Last time on Overland Addict.
Well, it looks like we are not crossing at Woolham. The river is super freaking high. It's out of the banks. Check that out. All right, time to activate Plan B. Oh, we might have trouble here too. I don't know. It's pretty swift. Boy, I don't know about this. Kind of have to get across here to get to the campsite where everybody's at.
Straight across here. You sure, man? This looks pretty deep. You sure? Woo! Son of a bitch, that was deep. My heart beat 1,000 beats a minute. Woo! Oh, I need a beer. Woo!
Good morning. It is Saturday, day 2 of the camping trip to Bonfire Rendezvous. It's about, what time is it? I think it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Been laying in bed for about an hour and a half here in the tent. Listen to the whippoorwill. It's visiting our campsite. It's been nice, nice morning, overcast, but I can see excuse me, through the windows in the top of my tent. It's starting to clear off a little bit, so some of the other guys are up now. I heard them rustling around about an hour ago, so I think I'm going to get up and grab some breakfast and get the day started.
Give you guys a little tour of the campsite this morning now that there's some daylight.
There's my Jeep tent. There. Back in. Cabinet. Table set up with my scuttle. Cooked some burgers on that last night. There's Don's rig and his swag he's got over there. He's got a 416 trailer also. This is a 1967 model. It's pretty neat how he built it up. Got some ideas from it, from my trailer. And there's Aaron's tent and rig from Overland. He's got his family here this weekend. I think they're still in the tent sleeping. There's our fire room. There's Dudley. That's Logan's ride and his gazelle tent. But yeah, that's the campsite.
So the plan today is one of my friends, Jim, and his family are going to come up and meet us here at this campsite. His family only wanted to camp for one night, so they didn't come up yesterday. So they're going to be here. I told him we'd like to break camp around 9. I'm not sure if he's going to make it by then or not. We'll just have to see. But that's the plan. When he gets here, we're going to break camp and then head on, make our way to Byrd's. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go the same route that the rest of these guys are going. I kind of had another route planned that I took back in October. So I may take that route or I may stick with the crowd. I hadn't decided yet. With the water being so high, I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick with the crowd because the route I was going to take, it had a really beautiful water crossing last time I went. It was mostly dry, so I'm not sure. It's actually a different river. It's the Big Piney, so I'm not sure if it'll be quite as high as the Buffalo and Richland Creek and all that was. So I don't know, still trying to decide what I'm gonna do there.
Let's check in on Logan's tent. Morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
I'm starting to think everybody kind of went on a hike and left me here at the campsite.
You're up awfully early.
I don't know, Emma. I figured you guys got up real early. I heard people talking out here this morning. Was that you?
No, it wasn't me.
Wasn't you?
No.
Okay. I think you camped over here where the mosquitoes are. Or the gnats or whatever. I hadn't noticed until I walked over here.
They weren't here last night.
Taillight's working back there, Chad.
It's affirmative.
Roger.
All right, I'll see you guys at Hall Creek.
And Chad has peeled off.
I'm on my way to Lurton, Arkansas to meet up with Jim and his family. And then we're gonna take a path across the forest that's gonna take us by Union School and also the Spurgeon Cabin. If you've never checked out those two landmarks, I definitely suggest you check them out. They're worth stopping and looking at. The cabin especially, it's you can walk in it. It's kind of frozen in time. I think the owner's name is Bud or Bub, something like that. Might be Bub. But they say sometimes he's there on the property and he's super nice to tell you stories about the cabin. So anyway, that's where I'm headed. I should be alerting in about 30 minutes, and then we'll continue our journey to Byrd's. Look who I found, the Collins.
Imagine finding you out here.
Once I rendezvoused with Jim and his family, we headed to Hall Creek Campground so we could check out the Hall Creek Falls. I didn't get any video of it, but the falls were flowing really well with all the recent rain. After taking in the falls, we hit the road again, heading for the Big Piney Recreation Area.
Alright, so now we're in the Big Piney Recreation Area. I came through here last October on the way to rendezvous in the Ozarks. This is a really cool part of the forest. Kind of one of my favorite parts, actually, that I've been to anyway. Yep, it's crossable. You have to stay to the left. What I did last time was I kind of stayed to the left where it was shallow.
Okay.
How was your family? Were they freaking out?
I think they had a little fun.
Yeah, so right here on the right is the Union School. It looks like there's a couple of rigs over here.
The Union School is a historic school building in a rural setting of Ozark St. Francis National Forest in Johnson County, Arkansas. It is a 1.5-story wood frame structure with a gabled roof, weatherboard siding, and a stone foundation. A central cross-gabled section rises to provide additional classroom space in the attic level. The school was built by a local craftsman in 1928 to 1929, replacing a previous structure which had been destroyed by a fire. The building has historically served the surrounding rural community as a community center, Masonic Lodge, church, and school. Walking through this old schoolhouse, I couldn't help but think about what it would have been like to have been a student in the 1920s at this school, running around and playing with friends in the schoolyard below after class. After we left the school, we continued down the trail to make our way to Byrd's Adventure Center. Little did we know we would have an unplanned adventure waiting up ahead.
You all right? Nope, no problem at all. I got a winch. I'll pull you out.
This is Alan. Alan is from Texas and is on vacation riding the Ozark trails on his dual sport. Only one problem. He's alone and has turned his bike over in the Little Piney and can't get it started. It's too heavy to push to the other side. To make matters worse, there's no cell service in this area of the forest, and by the time we come along, he's been stranded in the cold water for over an hour. It's safe to say we're Alan's new best friends. Once out of the water, he told us a story about how he had managed to turn his bike over. He'd crossed the creek in the other direction earlier in the day with no problems. On the way back, however, he'd hit a large rock under the water about halfway across, and it caused his forks to twist, and he lost control and laid it in the drink. He thanked us profusely and said he didn't know what he had done if we hadn't come along. There was no cell service to call for a tow in this part of the forest, but I always carry my Garmin inReach Explorer Plus for situations just like this. I let him use it to text his son back in Texas to tell him to bring a trailer for the disabled bike.
All right, so that was an unexpected turn to our Saturday out to Byrd's. Got to meet a new friend, Alan, that I pulled out of the river when he rolled his bike over there. I was happy to do it, and Alan, it's great to meet you, and hope the rest of your trip turns out a little bit better. So just dropped him off at the Union School. He's going to let his bike sit there for a minute to see if it can, see how he feels about it, I guess. He rode it back from the river to the school, kind of took it easy on it. He said he's going to sit there and test it maybe in a couple minutes, 15 minutes, and see how he feels about it. So hopefully he can ride it back and get to where he needs to go. So we're going to hook back up with Jim here, and then we're going to keep making our way over to Byrd's. Should be there in probably an hour or so, I think, an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, that looked deep on yours. Did you get any water over the hood?
I sure did. I'm not sure what he was thinking to try and get that motorcycle through there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how that would have happened.
A little further down the trail, we ran into the two rigs that were at the Union School earlier, and we rode with them for a while.
this is it. This is the one I got stuck in right here. Instead of going around to the left like they did, I went straight, and that was super deep.
Cool.
It's a little tight there at the end, man. The waterfalls. This is cool.
Kid up front's got his stick putting in the water as it goes across.
That's hilarious.
The group we were riding with knew we were on a tight schedule after that motorcycle recovery, so they decided to pull over and let us go around.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. See ya. All right. See you guys. Thanks for letting us cruise with you. Yeah, I got crazy real fast.
Can do it.
Yeah, if you follow my line, you should be able to. If you want to let me get past this big stuff here, I can get out and kind of guide you.
Would you help me with there?
Yeah, so stay put right there.
It may not look like it, but I felt like I was on the nose of a rocket getting ready to be blasted into space.
Oh my God. That's insane. Straight up almost.
This area of the forest is beautiful and is one of my favorite sections. One minute you're tackling rocky obstacles, and the next you're cruising through open wilderness with tall, wheat-colored grass and amazing views.
Sorry, I had to get a shot of that. That's beautiful. That's the over you. Oh, little chicken got fell down.
Way.
Dude, you should see this. This is hilarious. The little chicks are following the mother and they keep falling down and rolling and getting back up and running. It's just hilarious.
2 hours later.
This went on for a good 45 minutes, and as hilarious as it was getting late in the day and we really needed to get the birds. So I decided to get out of the Jeep and try and shoo them into the forest. And they weren't having it. All they did was kept running faster down the trail. They eventually scurried off into the woods, and we were once again on our way. This water crossing is one of my favorites in the forest. It's absolutely beautiful the way the tree roots and boulders rise up through the crystal clear water.
got about 10 to 12 miles till we get to Byrd's. It's 5:30 now, p.m. So should be getting there just in time to get camp set up and get some dinner going. Crack open a nice beer. Sounds awesome right now. It's been a crazy adventure today. All right, we just got checked in here at Byrd's. Now we're going to go over and find the rest of the gang with Natural State Overland and the Spring Mow Overland group and get camp set up and sit back and relax.
I met a lot of really great people at this event, even some who were subscribers.
I'm a subscriber.
Hey, thanks, man.
It was really motivating to hear people say that they love the channel and to keep up the great work. While a lot of the folks out here were from the Ozarks, some came from as far away as Texas. We have some really beautiful national forests and trails here in the Ozarks. If you haven't been to the Bonfire Rendezvous before, I highly recommend you come check it out, wherever you may be from. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.